to that funnel. But,
okay,
yeah,
so
the content itself is not the moneymaker.
Right. That's exactly correct. And sometimes people give you that look like you're just started speaking a language they didn't understand. So it takes a conversation with people for you to understand that. So if you're out there listening and you're going, yeah, I just don't understand what you're talking, contact her. Okay, you can go to her website, solosmarts.com. You can subscribe to sign up for a newsletter or the free giveaways. But there's a contact page, and you can go there and you can connect with Kelly on her website. And so, Kelly, we're up against the clock here, but do you have something that's coming up that people can tune into or look for or, learn more about?
Yeah, I want to invite them to check out bigtreeincome.com. This is my new course, but I'm not saying come buy my course, but there's a 5-part video series that I created where I share my whole story, going from broke single mom to being able to quit my job to how my business sustained me through a 2-year health battle. And how I was able to bounce back and finally bring my business up to a 6-figure level. And I explain my Big Tree business philosophy. And there's all kinds of freebies.
What is the website again so I can put it on our social media?
bigtreeincome.com. Has the links to all the videos right at the top.
All right, very good. Well, we will look forward to you. You should be having a book, right? I'm sure you've been told that, correct?
I have a little book, Solopreneurs Are Smarter, that I give away on the site. It's on Kindle.
Yeah. Well, so if someone hasn't told you this yet, I'm going to be the first one to tell you that, okay? You need to have a book because what you do and what you're teaching, you know the value of that book as a marketing tool as well. So when you get the book together, please come back and let us help promote it.
All righty. Thanks, Tony.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much. My pleasure. We look forward to having you back on the show. You're awesome. Okay, folks, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to bring up my second guest, Shannon Hernandez, and founder of The Writing Whisperer. Her mission is to help heart-centered business owners and heart-centered authors find their brand voices. And it's really important. I like you to listen to this part. Share their unique stories. Here at Tough Talk, we do Share Your Message with the World compilation books. And we really believe that it's important that people know who you are and how you got to where you are so that they can understand the value of being a part of who you are. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to bring up our second guest.
Did you know that an estimated 52 million Americans listened to Internet radio in the last month, or that weekly Internet radio audience has increased 60% over the last year, and that more than 8 in 10 people are online from any location? Tough Talk Radio Network is a company dedicated to providing a platform that allows opportunities for guests, hosts, and sponsors to market themselves to the Internet radio medium where they can be heard by millions. To find out how Tough Talk Radio Network can help you, go to toughtalkradionetwork.com.
Listen to The Legal Eagle and The Coach each Wednesday from noon to 1 p.m. on Tough Talk Radio Network. Leading local and national experts in business will share their keys to success so that our listening audience can be educated and entertained along the way to becoming all they can be. So whether you're new to business or highly experienced, The Legal Eagle and The Coach with hosts David Alterburn and Brian Kaiser is a great radio program for you. For more information, go to legaleagleandthecoachradio.com.
Live at Choice, where your imagination becomes your reality. If you can imagine it, it's possible. If you can believe it, it's yours. We get it. You're done with the way it is now. You're finished with all the frustration around why you feel stuck and your life isn't working. Imagine what your life would be like if you could have all the answers and see new possibilities. we at Live It Choice choose to make a difference. Live It Choice has developed a proven process and a series of questions that lead participants to the answers they seek, gaining new understanding and self-awareness for both your personal and professional life. If you're ready to get to the life you want, contact us today. Visit liveitchoice.com to get started.
Okay, welcome back to Workshop Wednesdays. My name is Tony Gambone, and we're here on the Tough Talk Radio Network every Wednesday from 10:30 to 11:30 Central Standard Time. Great first guest, Kelly McCausey, and she is, solosmarts.com. Check her out. She's got a great story, great opportunity for you to learn more about how you can use some tools. So my second guest, Shannon Hernandez, is the founder of The Writing Whisperer, and her mission is to, as I mentioned earlier, to help heart-centered business owners and heart-centered authors find their brand voice, share their unique stories, and gain more visibility, establish themselves as experts, and create authentic marketing messages, all through the use of smart content strategy and engaging copywriting. Now, folks, if there's anyone that is always struggling in the content writing, the copywriting, it's me. That's my weakness, and I have a lady that I work with here in Texas that works on that a lot with me, and it's very helpful. And one thing I know for sure is the more I'm involved in it, the more I understand the process of it, the better I'm getting at it. So I want to welcome Shannon to the show. Shannon, welcome to the show.
Hey, Tony. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Shannon, before we get started on all the great stuff that you're going to help us with, okay, what I'd like to do is let people know where you're calling in from and where you're from originally.
Sure. So I'm calling in from Brooklyn, New York, and I was originally raised in a very small town in Illinois called Fairbury, Illinois.
And
it's way out in the middle of the sticks.
And so what took you to New York?
Well, I was a teacher for many years. I taught my first 10 years. I moved from Illinois to Charlotte, North Carolina, and then I met my husband, and he was here in New York, so I relocated after a couple years of long-distance dating, and I've been here for about 8 years now.
Awesome. Best food in the world.
Yes,
anyway.
That's for sure.
So I'm getting hungry already. So, okay, so I want to mention your website, and thewritingwhisperer.com. And, you know, I tease a lady that coaches me on content. I call her the message whisperer because it's just incredible. And I'm sure that you have this same ability to understand the brain science of what words do for people. And that is a struggle. I mean, is this your background? Is this where is this what you taught? Were you an English teacher?
Yeah, I was an English teacher for 13 of the 15 years for the most part. I spent a lot of time talking to my students, but also in my own writing, looking at how words evoke emotions and build persuasive powers and like all these things that as a good English teacher you need to teach people how to write well for certain audiences and for their mission. And so when I decided to leave the world of teaching, I thought, why don't I just use the same skill and help small business owners and entrepreneurs and authors get their messages across so that they can make a bigger impact in the world?
So I'm assuming that you work with speakers as well to be able to present their message properly. I mean, it all has to do with the words. You have to have a heartfelt story, but you have to be able to take them up and down that road as well. So, is that one of your audiences that one of the clients that you work with is speakers as well?
Yeah, I've worked with several speakers. Initially, they usually come for that speaker one sheet, right, to make sure that they get their information right, and then that usually turns into copywriting. So I look over their website, see where we can make changes, and then, if they want help on their keynote speech or motivational piece they're working on, that's certainly a service that I help them with, getting that language clear and exactly how they want it, making the impact that they want.
Interesting. So I'm on your website, and for people out there listening, thewritingwhisperer.com. I went to a tab that says join the Next Word Ambassadors Circle, and it has 7 days to branding yourself through video. I'm a website junkie. I love finding information that's on people's websites because, for instance, this is a chance for people out there to connect and learn more about what you're talking about without having to directly talk to you. And I think that kind of works, brings them into your arena of expertise and allows them to understand this is a free opportunity for you to just come on board and look in the window a little bit, so to speak, and understand more about what it is that Shannon does. Now, Shannon, it also says that you're a speaker. Okay, so do you go out and speak to big groups of people, solopreneurs, corporate world? Where's your niche there?
Yeah, so I do speaking. A lot of entrepreneurial groups, industries and associations. I've spoken wedding association. I help a lot of people in the wedding industry. And I've recently come on board with the Bed and Breakfast Association of the East Coast, and I'm doing a lot of speaking at their conferences, all around this idea of, content. And really what I want people to take away from everything that I do is that you need to have yourself in your business, because in the end, it's your story and it's your authenticity that's going to stand out. There's thousands of copywriters, but there's only one who has my story, right? And so telling that story and giving others a chance to connect with you, I think it's super important. I'm also an author. I finished my first book. It's having its 1-year anniversary today, actually, is the 1-year anniversary. And so I do some speaking in the world of education, since that's kind of what that memoir is about, called Breaking the Silence, My Final 40 Days as a Public School Teacher, where basically I shared with the world why great teachers are leaving classrooms. And I'm getting ready to start my second book, so speaking has always been part of whatever it is that I'm doing at the moment.
Very good, very good. Have you ever thought about putting together a book, a compilation book of stories from other teachers?
I haven't. It's been suggested. I like the idea. I just haven't circled back around to it yet. Yeah. We stay kind of busy as entrepreneurs, so a lot of things take place, and it's a decision maker on which way you go down the list and how you prioritize what's on there. So, tell me. You have a lot of stuff here. You do business writing, personal writing. You're a speaker. You have opportunities for people to understand how to brand themselves better. This is what every successful or someone who is in business that wants success in their business needs. Most people just think that it's for speakers and authors. Every business owner is a speaker every time they're trying to do business. And so in Texas here, I run some networking groups called Tough Talk Business Network. It's another division of our company. And what I try to explain to people is they never want to be a speaker, but when they stand up to do a 60-second elevator pitch, guess what? They're in front of the room speaking, and, they sweat and they're confused and all that. Do you work with people on how to present themselves in a 60-second pitch like that? Yes, and it's really important. I call it more of your vision or your mission statement, because people are mainly over the classic elevator pitch, right? So getting your 60 seconds of glory and being able to really focus on what you do for your clients as opposed to what you do as a profession. I think that's the key. And so we work through this and we get that thing down so that they can speak it and they feel good about it. And it's true, right? Because a lot of times what we find, and you probably find this too, Tony, when you stand up, if you're not prepared, sometimes you just say things and then you sit down and you're like, whoa, you either one of two reactions. Whoa, what did I just say? Or, whoa, I just said something that's completely not what I do. because you're flustered and it makes you nervous. So getting that elevator pitch is